I've spent decades as a brain doctor, sitting across from patients who came in terrified because they were forgetting names, struggling to walk, or waking up too weak to get out of bed. And do you know what shocked me the most? It wasn't some rare disease. It was their diet. Again and again, the same pattern appeared. Seniors who believed they were eating the healthiest meats, the ones advertised as lean and safe, were the very people losing muscle the fastest and facing memory decline. I realize this wasn't an accident. This was the result of one of the biggest, most profitable systems in the world. The global meat industry is not about your health. It's about $1 trillion market built on exports and advertising, pushing products that look clean, safe, and even doctor-approved. Billions are spent convincing seniors that skinless chicken or low-fat sausages are good for their hearts. But behind the packaging is a brutal truth. These meats are stripped of the very nutrients your aging body needs and pumped with additives that quietly break you down. The science is clear. After 60, you lose up to 1% of your muscle mass every year. That's why I'm speaking directly to you now. Because there are meats you must avoid if you want to stay independent, and there are meats you absolutely must eat if you want to rebuild muscle and protect your brain. Every single scientific reference is linked for you in the description below, so you can see the proof yourself. And let me warn you, the number 2 worst meat on this list is one you probably have in your kitchen right now. It looks harmless. It tastes familiar. A shocking study linked it to a massive spike in heart attacks and early death, yet it's sitting in almost every fridge in America right now. I'll reveal it at the very end, but first, before we dive in, tell us in the comments, from where are you watching us today? We're reading and replying to every single comment, so don't miss your chance to join the conversation. Now, without any further ado, let's get started. Number 4. Skinless chicken breast. Skinless chicken breast has been marketed for decades as the gold standard of healthy eating, low in fat, high in protein, and safe for the heart. But for seniors over 60, it can actually backfire. Why? Because chicken breast is an incomplete source of essential nutrients your aging body desperately needs. While it contains protein, it lacks significant levels of creatine, carnosine, iron, and omega-3 fatty acids, all of which are critical for maintaining muscle mass, brain function, and circulation as you get older. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors who consumed mostly lean poultry had lower muscle strength scores than those who ate a mix of red meats, oily fish, and organ meats rich in micronutrients. Meet Harold, 67. Every night for dinner, he grilled himself a skinless chicken breast with a side of vegetables. His doctor told him to eat lean protein and avoid red meat, so Harold thought he was doing everything right. But over time, he noticed his legs felt weaker, his energy dipped, and his blood sugar readings started to creep up. Shockingly, the very meat he believed was protecting him was quietly draining the strength from his muscles. The solution isn't to cut chicken entirely, but to stop depending on it as your main protein source. If you enjoy chicken, balance it with nutrient-rich meats like grass-fed beef, oily fish, or even shellfish, which offer iron, creatine, and omega-3s that chicken simply cannot provide. Harold made the switch, adding just 2 servings of beef liver and salmon into his weekly meals, and within months his energy returned and his legs felt stronger on his morning walks. But as misleading as chicken breast is, the next meat on our list is even worse, because it's often considered a luxury treat, yet it's quietly wrecking seniors' arteries from the inside out. Number 3. Grilled sausages, even chicken or turkey ones. Sausages, no matter if they're made from pork, beef, chicken, or turkey, are still ultra-processed meats. They're ground, mixed with fillers, and packed with high amounts of sodium, preservatives, and hidden saturated fats. The grill marks may look appetizing, but inside, the chemical load is staggering. A large European cohort study published in BMC Medicine found that people who consumed processed meats like sausages had a 44% higher risk of dying from heart disease and a 72% increased risk of developing type 2 diabetes compared to those who ate fresh cuts of meat. And here's the kicker: even so-called chicken or turkey sausages carried nearly the same risks, because the problem isn't the type of meat, it's the processing. Meet Clara, 71. Every Sunday, her family gathered in the backyard for a barbecue. She often chose the chicken or turkey sausages, believing they were healthier than pork or beef. "At least I'm avoiding the fatty ones," she told herself as she loaded her plate. But within a few months, Clara's cholesterol levels jumped. Her ankles began to swell with fluid, and she found herself short of breath after even mild activity. She couldn't believe it. How could lean sausages do this? The answer lies in what sausages really are. The sad part is many seniors dismiss these early warnings. They think shortness of breath, dizziness, or swollen feet are just signs of getting old. But these are often the direct results of eating heavily processed, grilled meats that overburden the heart, kidneys, and circulatory system. Clara's doctor told her that cutting out sausages entirely was one of the quickest ways to bring her blood pressure down. And sure enough, within weeks of stopping, she felt lighter, more energetic, and less puffy around her legs. If you love barbecues, the solution isn't to give them up. It's to swap sausages for fresh cuts of lean meat or even fish. A grilled chicken thigh, a piece of salmon, or a marinated piece of beef gives you protein without the toxic additives. It's about replacing processed convenience with real food that your muscles and heart can actually use. But while sausages damage you with their hidden additives, the next meat on our list is dangerous in a different way. Because it tricks you into thinking you're fueling your body with strength, while in reality, it leaves your muscles starved of what they need most. Number 2. Fried chicken, especially fast food style. When chicken is fried, it's dumped in oils that are reheated repeatedly, creating toxic trans fats. These fats don't just clog arteries, they attack them. A study published in the British Medical Journal found that people who consumed fried food 4 or more times per week had a 37% higher risk of heart failure. Even worse, another large U.S. cohort study showed that older adults who ate fried chicken more than once a week had a 12% increased risk of early death, and those who ate it daily raised their risk by nearly 30%. That's staggering for something marketed as simple comfort food. Meet Robert, 69. After his wife passed, he often turned to takeout for quick comfort meals. His favorite? A bucket of crispy fried chicken from his local fast food chain. He told himself, "It's just chicken. It has to be healthier than burgers or steak." But within a year, Robert's doctor warned him that his cholesterol was dangerously high. His weight had crept up by 20 pounds, and his blood sugar was showing signs of prediabetes. What Robert didn't realize was that fried chicken, especially the kind served in fast food restaurants, is one of the most harmful meats a senior can eat. Fast food chicken is particularly dangerous because of the additives. Chains often inject chicken with sodium phosphates to make it juicy and preserve texture. For seniors, that means kidney stress, fluid retention, and dangerously high blood pressure. What seems like harmless indulgence quickly snowballs into life-threatening problems. Robert found this out the hard way when he struggled to climb stairs without gasping for air, something he hadn't experienced even in his early 60s. The solution isn't to give up chicken entirely, but to change how it's cooked. If you love the crispiness, try baking or air-frying chicken at home with a light coating of whole grain breadcrumbs or almond flour. Use healthy oils like olive or avocado instead of industrial fryer oil. Not only will you slash the risks, but you'll also give your muscles the protein they need without the toxins dragging your body down. Within months of switching to baked chicken thighs at home, Robert noticed he could walk longer, his blood sugar stabilized, and his doctor cut down his medications. But as destructive as fried chicken is, it still isn't the most dangerous meat for people over 60. That spot belongs to the number one worst meat, one that's in almost every fridge, eaten at breakfast tables across the world, and shockingly linked to some of the deadliest health outcomes seniors face. But before we continue, if you have been enjoying the video so far, hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss more videos like this. Number 1. Spam, canned meat. Spam, and other canned meats like it, is one of the most processed products in the meat industry. It's made from pork, mechanically separated parts, salt, sugar, and a cocktail of preservatives. The biggest problem: the extreme sodium load. A single serving of Spam contains nearly 800 milligrams of sodium, about a third of your entire daily limit. Seniors who rely on it regularly can easily hit 2 or 3 times the safe amount without even realizing it. High sodium is especially deadly for aging bodies because it forces the kidneys to overwork, stiffens arteries, and raises blood pressure to levels that dramatically increase the risk of stroke. Meet Linda, 73. She grew up eating Spam sandwiches and fried slices of canned meat with eggs, and even in retirement, she kept a few cans in her pantry. It was quick, cheap, and reminded her of her childhood. But over time, she started noticing constant bloating, her hands and ankles swelling, and her doctor warning about rising blood pressure and kidney strain. The food she thought was harmless comfort was in reality one of the most dangerous things she could put in her body after 60. Inside the body, Spam works like a silent wrecking ball. The combination of sodium, saturated fat, and preservatives inflames blood vessels, weakens kidney function, and accelerates muscle breakdown. Seniors often think that constant thirst, swelling in the legs, or brain fog are just normal aging signs. But often, these are early warning signals of salt overload and toxic buildup from canned meats. Over years, this leads to higher chances of heart failure, kidney disease, and even dementia due to restricted blood flow to the brain. Linda finally gave up Spam when her doctor showed her a study proving its dangers. She switched to fresh, unprocessed proteins, simple grilled fish, eggs, and lean cuts of beef, and within weeks, her swelling disappeared, and her blood pressure dropped enough to lower her medication dose. The difference was night and day. So, while all 4 of these meats silently undermine your health, Spam takes the crown as the most dangerous. It's cheap, convenient, and nostalgic, but for anyone over 60, it's a ticking time bomb. And now that we've covered the 4 worst meats, let's flip the story, because there are also 4 meats you absolutely should eat every single day if you want to fight sarcopenia, protect your heart, and keep your independence as you age. And you'll be surprised by what lands at number 1. It's far more powerful for seniors than most people ever realized. Number 4. Sardines, canned in water. Sardines are one of the most underestimated superfoods for seniors. They may come in small cans and look humble compared to fancy cuts of meat, but they are packed with nutrients your body desperately needs after 60. Each serving delivers not only high-quality protein for rebuilding muscle, but also omega-3 fatty acids, calcium, vitamin D, and selenium, nutrients that directly fight muscle loss, protect your bones, and keep your heart strong. Unlike bigger fish like tuna, sardines are tiny and sit low on the food chain, which means they carry almost no mercury, making them one of the safest seafoods you can eat regularly. Meet George, 66. His doctor had warned him that he was losing muscle faster than normal, and he often felt fatigued by mid-afternoon. Skeptical but willing to try anything, he started adding sardines to his diet a few times a week. At first, he wasn't thrilled about the taste, but soon he noticed changes he couldn't ignore. His walking speed improved, his legs felt steadier on stairs, and even his nagging knee pain eased up. Within months, his doctor was surprised by how much stronger and more energetic he seemed. George laughed, admitting all he had done was add a cheap can of sardines with a squeeze of lemon to his lunch. That's the power of sardines. They're affordable, nutrient-dense, and shockingly effective for seniors looking to slow down aging. If you want a simple, safe way to fight sarcopenia and keep your independence, make canned sardines in water a regular part of your week. But as powerful as sardines are, the next meat on our list delivers a rare nutrient almost no senior is getting enough of, and it could mean the difference between frailty and lasting independence. Number 3. Lamb, grass-fed. Grass-fed lamb is one of the richest sources of nutrient-dense protein a senior can eat, yet it's often overlooked in favor of chicken or fish. What makes lamb so special is its combination of high-quality protein, iron, zinc, and a rare fat called conjugated linoleic acid, CLA, which has been shown to reduce inflammation, improve muscle metabolism, and even lower body fat in older adults. Unlike grain-fed lamb, grass-fed varieties are naturally leaner and contain up to 5 times more omega-3 fatty acids, giving your heart and joints extra protection as you age. Meet Janet, 70. For years, she avoided red meat entirely after hearing it was bad for the heart. But despite eating lean chicken and fish, she constantly felt tired. Her legs felt heavy, and her doctor diagnosed her with iron deficiency anemia. At a nutritionist's suggestion, she cautiously added grass-fed lamb to her diet once a week. Within 3 months, her energy levels rose, her hemoglobin improved, and she was able to return to her morning walks without stopping halfway. Janet realized that by cutting out all red meat, she had also cut out the very nutrients her body needed most. That's why grass-fed lamb deserves a spot on the plate of seniors who want to stay active and strong. It provides the protein for rebuilding muscle, the iron for carrying oxygen, and the CLA and omega-3s for calming inflammation. The key is moderation. Enjoying lamb once or twice a week, preferably grilled or stewed, gives you the benefits without overwhelming your system. And while lamb fuels strength through iron and CLA, the next meat on our list takes things even further. It's often considered old-fashioned, yet it contains some of the most concentrated nutrients for muscles, joints, and even brain health. Number 2. Chicken liver. Chicken liver is one of the most nutrient-dense meats on the planet, yet most people over 60 either ignore it or avoid it completely. That's a mistake, because chicken liver provides a combination of protein, iron, vitamin A, vitamin B12, folate, and choline that few other foods can match. These nutrients are essential for protecting muscles, rebuilding strength, supporting the brain, and keeping your energy stable. Unlike plain lean meats, chicken liver offers concentrated nutrition in every bite, making it a true superfood for seniors. Meet Henry, 74. He thought his constant fatigue and brain fog were just part of getting older. But a blood test revealed low B12 and iron, which explained his weakness and poor concentration. Instead of only relying on supplements, his doctor recommended adding nutrient-rich foods like chicken liver into his diet. At first, Henry was skeptical. He hadn't eaten liver since childhood. But once he started including a small portion once or twice a week, he noticed dramatic changes. His energy levels returned, his mind felt sharper, and even his balance improved when walking. Within months, Henry told his daughter he felt 10 years younger. That's the power of chicken liver. Just a modest serving once or twice a week gives your body exactly what it's missing. The vitamin A supports vision and immunity, B12 and iron restore energy and protect against anemia, and choline boosts brain health. Unlike processed meats that drain your strength, liver actively rebuilds it. The key is moderation. Too much vitamin A from liver can be harmful, so small, regular portions are best. And if chicken liver seems impressive, wait until you hear about the number 1 best meat on our list. It's the most surprising of all, not only because of its nutrient density, but because of how directly it can fight aging at the root level of your muscles and joints. Number 1. Oxtail. Bone meats. Oxtail and other bone meats are often forgotten in modern diets, but for seniors, they may be the single most powerful weapon against aging. These cuts are rich in collagen, gelatin, glycine, and minerals that directly support muscle strength, joint health, and skin elasticity. Unlike lean cuts of meat, which only provide protein, bone meats deliver the building blocks for the connective tissue that holds your muscles and joints together. After 60, when collagen production naturally drops, eating bone-rich meats can literally help patch the damage of time from the inside out. Meet Maria, 68. She loved cooking hearty stews, but she had switched to boneless chicken years ago, thinking it was the healthier choice. Over time, her knees began aching, and she found herself waking up stiff every morning. At her granddaughter's suggestion, she started making slow-cooked oxtail soup twice a week. Within a few months, Maria was amazed at the difference. Her joints felt looser, she could walk longer without pain, and even her skin looked healthier. What she thought was just grandma's old recipe turned out to be one of the best anti-aging foods she could eat. That's the magic of oxtail and bone meats. By simmering them into broths, stews, or slow-cooked meals, you extract collagen and minerals like calcium, magnesium, and phosphorus. These not only strengthen bones and joints but also improve gut health, which is key for absorbing nutrients as you age. For seniors, this means fewer falls, less joint pain, and stronger muscles that actually hold up under daily stress. So while Spam tops the list of meats you should never touch, oxtail and bone meats sit proudly at the very top of the list of meats you should eat daily. They don't just keep you alive, they help you thrive. So, there you have it. The 4 worst meats that silently destroy your health after 60, and the 4 best meats that can rebuild your muscles and keep you independent for years to come. To recap, the worst offenders are skinless chicken breast, grilled sausages, fried chicken, and canned Spam. These foods may look harmless, or even healthy, but science shows they accelerate weakness, heart disease, and even cancer. On the flip side, the best choices are sardines, grass-fed lamb, chicken liver, and bone meats like oxtail. These deliver the nutrients your body desperately needs: omega-3s, iron, collagen, CLA, and B vitamins to fight sarcopenia, protect your heart, and keep your energy high. If you're over 60, the takeaway is simple: stop relying on marketing labels and start listening to science. The meats you choose every day can either drain years from your life or give them back. Swap the processed and fried for the nutrient-dense and natural, and you'll be shocked at how quickly your body responds. Stronger muscles, steadier steps, clearer thinking. It's all within reach. And remember that the #1 meat to eat, oxtail and bone meats, may sound old-fashioned, but they could be the key to staying young at the core. So next time you're planning a meal, think not just about filling your stomach, but about fueling your future. If you've got any questions or thoughts, drop them in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for watching.